District 123. You did it. Woo! Woo! What a crazy weekend. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Great Convos, where we always say whether you agree or disagree, you can always find great combos. I am Roger Caesar, and that gentleman over
There. I'm Alexandre, Matt. Hello. Are you jet lagged or overly tired after that weekend?
Man, what a crazy weekend. I mean, I ran the gauntlet this weekend. I was doing everything you can imagine for the entire weekend, and it was fantastic. District 123 Toastmasters, you put on a performance. Congratulations to everyone involved, but we are going to be talking about that today. And if there's anybody here, our loyal listeners, hello to you as well. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Please put in the chat, say hello.
Roger, you say the district gave a great performance. I have to say that a lot of it is thanks to you. You were there to offer the opening keynote. You were presiding or chairing over one of the contests. You did at least one other thing before going on stage with myself and with our special guest of the weekend. So that's like 4 or 5 different things during the weekend. You are one of those who keep the energy going.
Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't think that it was going to be that bad, but when you take it in its totality, I'm shocked that I was able to get through it all. Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was crazy. And you, let's not sell you short as well. My co-host here jumped on an airplane. I mean, what's that song? I'm leaving on a jet plane. And you traveled from St. John's, Newfoundland, and flew into the conference. You reached at about 10 o'clock at night, but you still traveled on a plane, literally, and still
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah. Some people were asking me, "Oh, you just got in? You flew in? Yeah, yeah. So how long? Like 1 hour from Sudbury? No, 4 hours from St. John. I don't even know how long it was because of the time difference and the half hour. It's such a weird time zone that I'm still figuring out what time it is, even when I'm back. Roger, I mentioned your energy and what you bring to a conference and any conference that you go to. But I want to say something about our MC, Andrew.
Oh,
Andrew's
Andrew Wood.
Andrew Wood. Yes, I knew it had something to do with the forest. Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew Wood, great MC, able to keep us on time as much as he has the power to, and really able to get the crowd going before we even get to the main events.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew. I mean, he had to keep that energy going the entire time, and he did a marvelous job all around. And Ruby Talavera as well, who was the conference chair, putting this fabulous conference together, did an amazing job. And of course, there's so much others that we're going to talk about here today. But man, Alex, what were your initial thoughts? I know you got in late on the Friday, but what were your initial thoughts from that point on?
Well, high energy, like really positive what ambiance. Like everybody's so kind, and it was, which is a good thing because I was just in St. John's where everybody is kind all the time. So coming to that conference, it wasn't too much of a shock because they were also happy to be there. Either
Right.
people who've been members for 10 or more years, or people coming in that sort of conference for the first time. Everybody's so positive and kind all the time. So it's really good to see. Now, today we're recapping this conference that we experienced over the past weekend, but we might also touch on what can we do to make the most of any conference, to prepare, to experience it, and any follow-ups after that.
Mm-hmm.
And while we talk today, Roger, is it okay if I put some clips that I took during during the
Oh,
event.
yeah. I think it
Yeah,
would
so
be
we
great
might.
for our listeners to see what happened at our conference. And by the way, for those who don't know, this conference is held in right here in the GTA in the city of Toronto, just a little bit north of the city. It was happening this year, and it was really, really good.
Yeah,
Really,
I think it's in the Greater Toronto area. But we should not say that it's in the city of Toronto, right? Because it's north of whatever
Greater
that street is.
Toronto area.
Well,
Yes. It was off
it was in
off
the
Vaughan,
city
and
of Vaughan,
yes.
where there is the Wonderland, Canada's Paramount Canada's Wonderland. Yeah. So
Yes,
you see the big rides as you go get into the city.
of
Okay,
course.
all right, go ahead, Roger. Share with us what are some of your biggest takeaways.
Oh, I mean, I think having the 2013 world champion of public speaking at our conference this year, Pres Vasilev, he gave an amazing keynote and a workshop as well. Really set the tone. I was fortunate and honored that I was the opening keynote, and I talked about finding your new BFF and not talking about your best friends forever, but building foundational friendships. And I think that was the whole key in what we try to do, not only here in Toastmasters, but in general, building those foundations. So that became the word of the conference throughout. While people were talking, they were constantly saying, I'm getting a new BFF. I'm building a foundational friendship right here. And I love that. And of course, we have them. You and I, we've built a foundational friendship. And many of the people that we have on this call as our listeners, we've built foundational friendships with. So this was what it was about.
So thanks for telling me that. Now I understand some of the comments that I got during the weekend because I missed that opening keynote. And now, okay, that's what. Now I can write to those people. Okay, now I see what you meant.
Yeah. And then I would say the contest. I thought the contest went really well. A lot of first timers in the contest. That was something to see. Whether it was in the humorous, contest, the table topics, and of course the granddaddy of them all, the international speech contest. We had some first timers doing it, and
so
first time winners.
Competing for the first time, and we'll reveal in a minute or two the result of the international speech contest. But
yes,
here we are. We see a lot of clips with Roger. We won't see a lot of them with me because I'm the one taking the videos. But we also, during that weekend, we took some time between events to record some extra footage. So we will reveal some of that over the week. So we've got some extra content where we comment what we've lived through. Sounds dramatic, eh? What we lived
I know
through.
you're making it really dramatic, right?
So I haven't mentioned this, Roger, but today you are the conference guy, which sounds nice. I'm the tired guy, happily tired guy. I spent 3 weeks traveling, and then, as you said, I came right to the conference, and I haven't really had a break since then. So I'm still jet lagged and overtired. So perhaps sometime over the next month I will be able to sleep a little more.
Yeah, let's just talk as we're seeing the video here. This is Laura Connor. Shout out to Laura Connor, who ended up winning the table topics contest this weekend. So congratulations to Laura.
And the contest chair was Roger, and the question that each contestant needed to answer was, if you had to relive, or if you were to relive one moment in your life, what would it be and why? We had a lot of answers about love and children,
Yes, Which and even there, why don't we break that down? What did you feel was one of those moments because that at least we were both able to see. You weren't there for the humorous, but in that competition, what stuck out for you?
Well, David Gadala, his answer was the most original, and it's tough to be original when everybody has the same answer. The same question, and we don't even know what. Sorry, I'll have to pick that up later. We don't know what the other contestants are answering because we're hiding in another room. So
Mhm.
we don't know. Someone else might have talked about falling in love for the first time, or finding the one who became my husband or my wife.
Mhm.
But David said something very different. He chose a moment that was difficult, a difficult moment in his life where he picked himself up and decided to change for the better. So,
Mhm.
and one of his key lines was something like, sometimes the moments worth repeating are the most difficult ones.
Yeah.
Original.
That was very original. Yeah, it was really good. And for those who may not know who are on this call, the table topics is the impromptu speaking competition that happens where you are giving a word or a topic and you have what 1 to 2 minutes to come up
Mhm.
with a what is essentially a mini speech on that particular subject. It's learning how to be able to think on your feet, so to speak.
Yeah.
I was the current champion when I was, well, the defending champion. And of course, I was the contest chair this year and passed it on to, of course, the new winner, Laura Connor.
Yeah.
Mine was a point where it was with Jennifer and Jennifer's story about her father telling her to stay strong, right? Stay
Yeah.
strong. And it was a touching moment. I thought it was well crafted. I loved how she put it together, talked about her kids as well. But the fact that through whatever she went through in her lifetime, that still remained her mantra from her dad is to stay strong. And I love the way she put that together. I thought that was for me one of the highlights in the contest.
I was sitting at a table that was biased because they were Jennifer's friends or colleagues.
Mhm.
But even so, I tried to look around the room and I could see teary
Yeah,
faces. I mean,
yeah,
people were touched by that story.
of course. And
And it's
and can you
amazing what some people can come up with when they have literally 10 seconds to think about it, and
I
then
was
two
just going to
minutes
say
to
that.
try to develop it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that within 1 to 2 minutes, and even the 10 seconds walking up, how they can still grab your attention. And this is why we say it's very important how you begin your speeches or you begin your presentations. In this particular thing, you only have literally, as Alexandre, you just said, 10 seconds walking up to the stage to think, put your thoughts together, and then go up there and deliver 1 to 2 minutes. So
Now,
it's a tough one.
the question that we ask is decided by the contest chair. So you're the one who decided on that question. And you told me that usually that you wanted to avoid something that was too general, something like
Yeah.
Courage, or
Challenges.
challenges, or
Right?
difficulties.
Yeah,
We-
yeah. I
And
think it's because when you reach that level, when you reach to the district, you've gone through 3 rounds already, and they may have been easier. But when you get to the district, we want to see you challenge yourself.
well,
No pun intended.
here's where I'm getting to, Roger.
Uh,
Yours wasn't more difficult or challenging. I think it's more challenging if it is too vague. Difficulties. Oh man, I got to think about one difficulty in my life
do
as I'm
you
walking
think
on.
so?
I
I
think
think it
so.
becomes more
Where
generic when it's that way. If it's just so simple, you can just do it like that. Like I remember I remember many years ago, the word was curiosity, right? And then all of a sudden, guess what? 5 people in that contest started with "If curiosity kills the cat." Like,
right.
right?
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Perhaps.
for me, I think when you get specific and you have to really think about a moment, one moment, I think it is much more powerful, and it's a lot harder for you to stop for a second and really think about that. When
So
is that defining moment?
exactly. So the advantage of asking that specific question is that you guided the contestants into finding something meaningful in their life. If it's
Mhm,
curiosity, then if it's see, here's the difficulty with something so generic. Like
mhm,
the best speeches are those that are personal. So you ask
right.
me curiosity, I have to think about something that is personal. And if I can't come up with it before going on stage, and curiosity killed the cat, I guess. Yeah. But you ask something deeply personal, then we get great answer. So that's
You know what? I'd love to hear from our listeners and see what they thought that were there, and even those who weren't there. Which way do you like to go when it comes to those type of questions?
yeah. What sort
I'd
of
love to
question
hear,
would you ask?
right? Yeah, yeah. I'd love to
We've got
hear that.
someone on YouTube who says, thinking of one specific moment is challenging. I agree. Also, there is the moment of, am I going to be vulnerable and share the actual moment, or make something else up? Yeah, you've
Oh,
got to make
all
that
right.
split.
Thank you.
I
Thank
can
you very much. Thank you very much. Well, women coach. Thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you. Yeah, you see, it becomes a little harder, right? It becomes a little harder. So that's why I thought that way. I had another one, but I thought it was a little too generic. So that's why I wanted it to be that way and really challenge them. And we've seen it over time that we've had some weird ones that had puzzled people. I remember somebody saying one, I think you were around before, it was before my time, where it was this really puzzling one that they had done, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, or some crazy one like that, and had people wondering, well, what do I say to this, right?
Yeah, there was one. I remember it was bling bling. Okay, what does that mean? So I think it means jewelry, a lot of jewelry in slang, but not everybody knows that slang word, and you have to make it up, and that's what happened. One of them was struggling to find something to say.
I want to give a shout out to Kathy Draniceris, who right now is just saying, as long as it is in a briefcase, I like moments and feelings, but also Kathy did one of the workshops at the conference as well. And we had a lot of people who stepped up and did different workshops as well. So we're not just talking about the contest, but also the other things that were done as part of this wonderful conference. So shout out to Kathy on that too. Oh, you got more footage.
Well, I also wanted to mention, we mentioned the champion of the world, the world champion of public speaking. Let's get the title right. Prez Vasilev. It was great to meet him. I've had conversations with him over the years, but finally meeting him in person is another thing completely. So it's great to be able to speak with him and share the stage with him. And when we did share the stage, this was on Sunday morning, and Roger, we had a brilliant facilitator who was there to help get the right questions out, but also to control us in a certain way, because and we
could have gone off the rails with that one.
We started getting the fists out. So Mia Tor, thank you for keeping us in check.
Yes, she did a fantastic job. And talking about that panel discussion, I also want to touch on the fact that, obviously, thank you to Prez for coming to our district.
Yeah,
but he gave some very valuable points when it came to his keynote and his workshop. And I loved that he was able to take one of his stories and one of his speeches and totally break it down for everyone to see. Why did he do it this way? How come he changed the words over time to make it a little shorter, to make it a little longer? Why did he situate people here, there, and everywhere in his story, so that we can, those who may not know how these things happen and why creating a speech, especially at that level, is not just a matter of just putting pen to paper. There's a lot that goes into it from all aspects. So I love that. And then, of course, in the panel discussion, the three of us, three different styles, three different ways in which we made it there, but being able to share our experiences and having a moment there, especially with the strainer.
You had to be there.
You had to be there.
By the way, that conversation with Prez on Sunday morning, it has been completely videoed, shot. We recorded it, and it's going to be one of our Great Convos podcast episodes in the coming weeks. So this month, you'll have that full, well, maybe not full. We'll see if we need to clipped for time, but we'll have the bulk of that conversation right here in a coming Monday.
Yes, yes.
Now,
And
because
I
we're
think,
talking about Prez, let's see here. We've got some clips of a live coaching session. He had what, 4 or 5 different speakers come on stage for 3 minutes. This is Hitesh, who gave a very short story about a parrot.
Yep.
Again, you had to be there.
had to be there.
Yeah.
Where-
And here is, I want to say, Mindy sharing her own story. And every time Prez knocking his head on the banner as he walks up the stage and giving some pointers that they can use right away. What I loved is that he doesn't only give the pointers, but he has the speaker try it right now.
Try it right there. So it's instantaneous learning right there.
Yeah, we had Fabio just there a few seconds ago, and what Prez had him do was just walk on stage. This is a challenge. I mean, I remember starting and like, okay, here I am. Now I have to go that way, and now I talk here. Now, okay, I have to walk. So it's not easy to be natural and to look natural as you're walking on stage. And this is what Fabio wanted to, or what Fabio practiced with Prez.
Yeah, and there was a lot of learning moments throughout this conference. His was fabulous from the perspective of really showing any speaker, whether you are emerging and just starting off all the way to getting onto that main stage, that these are little things that we can learn. And hey, Alex, let's continue with that, because we did get into the international speech contest where we had, yep, there are the contestants right there. We had 6 amazing speakers all around. It was a great contest, but as they say, only one can come out as the ultimate winner. And that person, do we have a clip of that here?
Yeah, it might come up in a few seconds.
Oh, okay.
I think this is it. So
I think this is it right here.
There it is.
And
that person,
roar,
here's the drum roll.
Roar, right? Just the roar of the crowd when they mentioned her name.
And this is what happens every year.
Well, of course, Jacqueline had to take some time. Jacqueline had to take some time with it, right? But the eventual winner was Brigitte Obergon, and she did a fantastic job in her speech.
She is.
There she is right there.
I think the cameraman had a feeling that she was going to win.
You had the feeling? Did you really? Did you really?
Yes.
There it is.
And I was walking around the room before they announcing the results, and of course the friends around the table are like, "Oh, you're gonna get it. They've just announced 3 and 2. All that's left is you. You're gonna get it." So she was pumped up and confident that she might go on stage. And there's something to be said for the person who helped her get on that stage and at that moment. And we'll have some clips of him, and he's right there. That's his head. That is you, Roger. Roger helped Brigitte get to the stage and get that trophy. So congratulations, Roger, on helping Brigitte there.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. And this is the moment that we love seeing, when the hard work that any of our clients do or put in to get to this level, and then it culminates with a victory like this. It's like a proud dad. That's what it is. We're like a proud dad watching our child succeed. So this was a great moment. So congratulations to Brigitte for becoming District 123 champion for the international speech.
And right after the contest, we were with Brigitte so this is something that we started a few years ago. We take the champion and we help them. We go through their speech, and we had some good moments with her to help her prepare for the next stage.
Yeah.
And
that was also fun. Again, And it also showed that both Alex and I, again, that we have different styles, but you can still learn. And there was some key points that Alex made on stage. No, I want to give you credit too, my friend, because there was some key points. Even though Bridget won, he was looking at it from the perspective of another coach, and he saw little things that we could alter and change in her speech. So I appreciated that. This is what it's all about. When we do these things, it's to help that speaker go to that next level, because we know what it feels like to get to that next level, the World Championship of Public Speaking, not regionals, quarterfinals, and then the semifinals, right? So ultimately, any type of really good help, it counts. So thank you, my friend.
Yep. Well, it's always a pleasure to share these moments with you. And speaking of moments, now this is like extra footage that we that we did together. We did 2 of these 7-minute clips, so we will share these during the week, and it'll be some extra content. Just follow or like our LinkedIn page or Facebook group, and you'll be able to watch that. This is Mia Tor, who helped us with the panel. Roger, any last words?
Yeah, we've come up to the end, and we could have went on and on today, but we are at the top of that moment when we have to say, oh, we gotta let it go. We gotta let it go. But hey, listen, I will say this, and I'll let you close off this show. Fantastic job for everyone involved, Ruby, all your entire team, everybody who worked hard behind the scenes, the contestants, the audience, the members, everybody who was involved in this year's conference. Thank you. It was fabulous. We had a lot of fun, and congratulations to all of the contestants, but more importantly as well, congratulations to all the winners who went on and are going on.
Hey, remember this: when you go to a conference, Toastmasters or anywhere, you meet a lot of people. Let's do like Roger recommends us. Find a what is it? Best foundational friend.
We are building
foundational
friendships. Yes.
So you come back home and you had a tough weekend, but take a few days, like after you've rested. That's what might be what I'm going to do this afternoon. Take a time to build those friendships, because they could be lasting. They could be useful for you for the future. Yes, and I mean, it's always good to have more friends.
That's right.
With that, Roger, what would you like to say?
Well, thank you very much to our loyal listeners for listening today, and keep the conversation going wherever you may be. And as we always say here on Great Convos podcast, whether you agree or disagree, you can always find Great Convos. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Au revoir.